And now to our NASA alumnus, Mike Massimino. It's always good to start off your morning with an astronaut. Mike, thank you so much for being with us. All right, so we've talked a lot about history being made in this billionaire space race, but this is different. This Inspiration4 crew is now actually orbiting for days. They're staying up there. So you've been up there. Tell us, what are they going to experience? Do you have any hints, tips, tricks?
Well, they're not going. Thanks for having me, Savannah and Joe. They're not going to a destination like the space station or the Hubble Space Telescope. They're going to be in orbit, which means they'll be weightless the entire time. They're going to be doing some experiments. I think the coolest thing they'll be doing is that they have a window at the top. Since they're not going to dock to the space station, the docking mechanism, which is usually at the top of that spacecraft, is not there. It was taken out and replaced with a cupola window. So they'll have a great view. And the altitude that they're going to is similar to where we went at Hubble, about 100 miles higher than the space station. From that altitude, you can see the curve of the planet. It's truly a magnificent view, and they'll have a great window to look out of and take photos and enjoy that experience. But they're probably right now getting used to what it's like to be in zero gravity, which isn't always all that easy. Your body goes through a lot of changes. You might not be feeling all that well. And so that's what I think maybe is going on right now, but that should quickly subside after a good night's rest.
And then they've got that nice view. And 3 days of weightlessness and these quick trips we've seen, everybody talks about those few seconds and how wonderful it is. So that's exciting for them.
Just a couple minutes on these. Just a couple minutes on. They went to orbit on this one. It's a lot different, a lot more power, a lot more energy required.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Mike, what do you think and what do you make of this new era of space tourism, space exploration? I mean, you're an astronaut. You've gone through those tests and got that seemingly impossible job to get, and now people can just kind of head up there potentially. What do you think of that?
I think it's great. You know, for me, I really wanted that job. I had that job for 18 years, to be a United States NASA astronaut, you know, and following in the footsteps of my heroes, Neil Armstrong and all the other astronauts that came before me. I wanted that. I wanted to do that full time. This is opening up opportunities for people who have other careers and can go and dedicate a few months of their lives to get ready for this and then experience what it's like to go into space. What I'm really excited about is that now that the access is opened up or continuing to open up in ways we couldn't even imagine, it allows creative people who are not career astronauts. I mean, I more or less did what I was told. Yeah, I worked as hard as I could to become an astronaut, and then you fit into the NASA program, and it was about exploration and science and engineering and doing things for the country and for the world in a certain way, using mainly science and technology to explore and understand the world and the universe around us. Now they're able to, with other private citizens going now, they're able to use their creative juices to come up with ways to go and to utilize space in ways that I wouldn't even imagine. I mean, this mission is benefiting St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is a great charity to support. Wonderful place. Haley, one of the astronauts on board this mission, was a patient there as a child, got inspired to become a physician's assistant and works there now, and she's going off on this space mission to raise awareness about the hospital and to raise money for the hospital. That's pretty cool, doing that. And that's something that can only be done in a private mission. So I'm waiting to see what other people come up with.
Yeah, that's a great point. It is pretty cool. She is such an inspiration, and we will be watching over these few days. Mike Massimino, so great to have you with us this morning. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.